April marks Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Find out how USC is trying to promote healthy relationships on campus.
Cannabis delivery drivers rally for better wages after voting to go on strike. We'll tell you what these workers are demanding.
And hundreds of high school and college students come together to learn about the world of live entertainment.
Annenberg TV News is next.
April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and USC hopes to raise awareness. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Malcolm Caminero.
And I'm Clara Rodriguez. Annenberg Media's Erica Driscoll joins us in studio with the story.
Today, Sexual Assault Awareness Month brought attention to this public health issue. Students popped from tent to tent in an inviting and interactive setting to learn about healthy sexual relationships and what it means to consent. Students practiced communication skills in consent journals, built community bracelets, designed pins to take a stance, and left with a personalized consent poem. Experts say prevention is just as important as recognizing a safe space for sexual assault victims.
Students on campus where sexual assault is incredibly prevalent are aware of the issue and also aware of how to support survivors and how to combat a culture and change it to one of respect and consent. To help people learn how to be an upstander and intervene when they see something harmful happening, when they feel like there might be a culture around them that is encouraging harmful behavior or statements, knowing how to intervene, talk about that with their friends, and support a survivor, since many students are on this campus.
According to the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, or RAIN, it's important for college-age women to be aware. They are at a 3 to 4 times higher risk of sexual violence. In a 2019 survey of 3 universities, USC was top of the list with 31% of female undergrads saying they had been sexually assaulted. We talked with students on campus today about the issue.
I think it's really important because this event not only just allows you to kind of learn more about sexual assault, but makes it more comfortable to talk about it. I don't want to say it just only affects females, it affects both females and males.
It makes me feel like even more safe, like knowing that like people are trying to spread awareness and like trying to like educate people.
I think a lot of people are unaware of the resources that USC has to offer for their students. Through events like this, students can learn what the school has to offer for them.
Sexual assault affects the mental health of students on campus. Experts say it's also prevalent in technology, ride shares, and social media. If you are a victim of sexual assault or are seeking support, call USC's 24-hour hotline, 213-740-9355.
Yesterday, the Arizona Supreme Court ruled that the state must adhere to a 160-year-old ruling which bans nearly all abortions. While the court has enforced a 14-day delay on the law, many citizens took the street to protest right outside of the Supreme Court in downtown Phoenix. Political reporter Sarah Schornstein joins us with the fallout of the ruling. Sarah, tell us more.
Thanks, Clara. This week was a big week for the abortion debate as former president and Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump revealed his abortion policy if he wins re-election.
Many people have asked me what my position is on abortion. My view is now that we have abortion where everybody wanted it from a legal standpoint, the states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both, and whatever they decide must be the law of the land.
Arizona is a critical swing state with both a Senate and presidential race in 2024. Abortion will have more of an influence here because there are enough independent votes to sway the results. Here's what one expert had to say.
But when it comes to abortion, actually, I recently did some polling in Arizona just a few weeks ago, and Arizonans are pretty broadly opposed to an abortion ban. And this issue on the ballot is definitely going to help our Democratic Senate candidate, Ruben Gallego. As you mentioned, Carrie Lake running for Senate has to figure out how she is going to deal with this because she has a long history of being pretty fiercely pro-life.
Abortion is going to have a significant influence on the 2024 nationwide elections. Though it has helped Democrats in the past, Trump's moderation on the issue may actually help Republicans. Here's what our USC community had to say.
Well, I think that the overturning of Roe v. Wade and the abortion bans across the country is very draconian and dystopian. and I don't think that the state should have the power to intervene on like what people do with their bodily autonomy.
I would say it does play a big role. I mean, it's obviously not the only thing to consider, but yeah, it's definitely something I take into consideration.
As we head further into the election, we'll see what the role of abortion will have in the future of the country. But either way, it won't be an issue that goes away anytime soon.
I'm very proud to say voted 99% to unionize.
Over there. Dozens of cannabis delivery drivers rally outside their union headquarters this afternoon. The drivers work for Eaze, a cannabis delivery service. They are threatening to go on strike on the 4/20, the busiest day for the cannabis community. Cannabis delivery drivers are demanding an increase in mileage reimbursement rates and hourly wages, as well as a set minimum number of hours.
Well, we're here to prepare for an authorized strike so that we can get better pay as drivers. I like the job, I like the work, but the pay just isn't cutting it. I'm really hoping we don't have to go on strike. I'd really like for the company to do what's right and offer us something fair. We'll be out there in force if we have to.
We reached out to Eaze for a response, but we have not heard back. And the USC Fisher Museum of Art is showcasing an exhibition by former professor Margaret Eaze, documenting her journey with breast cancer. Titled Margaret Eaze, the Cancer Series consists of over 30 artworks mapping how cancer alters the connection between us and our bodies. This visual showcase demonstrated an artist breaking down and rebuilding herself.
That experience and going through that has value to it. I hope people feel that there is, even in the most difficult things, there are moments of beauty.
Now, I was lucky enough to attend the event and pick up a drawing from Professor Lazari. She has beautiful, vibrant drawings that are both blue, green, there's a lot of color, but more importantly, there's a deeper understanding. It was a pleasure to join the event.
The University Advancement Office of Stewardship and Donor Relations celebrated those who donate to USC today. Grateful SC is an annual event where students are invited to write thank you notes that will be sent to USC's donors. In 2024, Leonard D. Schaefer and his wife Pamela Schaefer gifted USC $59 million. Nonprofit foundation Lord donated $260 million to the university in 2019, and longtime USC donor Alfred E. Mann gifted USC $40 million in 2023 through his charity.
I love this event. I think we don't really get a lot of opportunities to be grateful for what we have. So I think it's a brilliant event to bring people forward and express their gratitude to the donors. I feel that I belong and I really have USC and the people of USC to thank.
I'm first generation low income, and I wouldn't have been able to continue my education without them. So I do think it's nice to just give a thank you.
The donations are used to fund scholarships, infrastructure improvements, and research advancements.
Nearly 1,200 Southern California high school and college students attended a networking event in Hollywood today, put on by Music Forward. The House of Blues and Live Nation nonprofit aims to inspire young people from underserved communities to pursue careers in music and live entertainment.
I think it's important to develop artists. I think it's important to get kids engaged with either being on the artist side of things, the business side of things, or more importantly, just a fan of music.
The event featured several workshops led by music industry professionals such as agents, tour directors, and artists. High school students were able to explore potential career paths.
I've never been to an event like this before, so seeing all these new faces and people who actually work in the industry is mind-blowing, because that could be me one day, and it's just a step in the door that maybe that I could talk to somebody and they can give me their information to give me a head start of what I need to do, the do's and the nots to do.
Music Forward's next event will be hosted virtually in September. In this week's edition of College Corner, we'll tell you where USC Gould stands in the latest law school rankings.
LA City Council passes a temporary ban on dog breeding permits. What's causing so many local shelters to run out of room?
Today's the second day in a row that we've been seeing temperatures in the 80s here on campus. Stay tuned to find out how excited students were.
Let me tell you how we amplify our Latine voices. Check out Dímelo. We have it all.
Deportes.
Entertainment. Noticias. ¿Qué tal? Soy Mariela Gómez y bienvenidos a Dime la Hora.
Radio and podcasting.
Comida y cultura. Digital social media.
¿A qué equipo le vas tú? LA Galaxy o LAFC? Dímelo is the only Latina-focused media outlet at USC. Dímelo. We have it all.
Dímelo. We have it all.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know.
There's a new pet.
Chia.
Chia Pet, the pottery that grows. It's fun and easy. Soak your chia, spread the seeds, keep it watered, and watch it grow. And now grow a whole collection of fun with Chia teddy bears, puppies, kittens, rams, bulls. There's even a chia tree to keep your pets company. Chia Pets and Trees, the pottery that grows.
The Chia Pet and Chia Tree are available at Kmart, Rite Aid, Ames, and Woolworth. Makes a great gift.
The Los Angeles City Council has put a temporary stop to issuing new dog breeding licenses. The city-run shelters are overcrowded by more than double the capacity. The problem is most acute at city-run shelters in LA. The most recent numbers show more than 1,500 dogs are living in just over 700 kennels. But even non-profit shelters like this one say they're facing the same issue.
All the time, and they send us all these funny pictures of him doing stuff, and just to see how a dog can blossom and have this new wonderful life. I mean, that's what keeps us going. So that's the fun for us, but we have much less fun now and much more tragedy, which is it's hard on everybody. Yeah.
The city says it will lift the ban when capacity is at or below 75% for at least 3 months. But they don't have any control over unlicensed breeders.
And now on to our weekly segment, College Corners, where we dive into news from universities around the nation. U.S. News released their annual law school rankings. The publication named Stanford, Yale, and the University of Chicago as the best schools in the country. USC Gould's School of Law, on the other hand, dropped 4 spots, placing it in a 4-way tie for 20th place.
In Washington, D.C., American University's chapter of Students for Justice in Palestine is on probation for breaking a ban on indoor protests. The university's vice president said the group repeatedly violated campus directives, but critics call the indoor protest ban, quote, regressive.
A new report from Excelencia in Education says Hispanic students are making significant strides when it comes to getting a college degree. Overall, the number of graduates obtaining college degrees increased by 4%, and nearly 80% of those were Latino students.
Now, it's been looking quite sunny the past few days, like typical LA weather, but I wonder if it's going to last. Let's take a look at the weather forecast over at Audi's Atmosphere.
Thanks, Clara. Let me tell you, we have been having some beautiful spring days, and we have all been basking in it before the cold returns. Today, we saw temperatures over 80 degrees under sunny skies, so students are taking advantage of it while they can. Here on campus, the place to spend your time in the warmth is on McCarthy Quad.
Best things to do in USC is come out here in McCarthy Quad when it's a nice day.
Yeah, the past couple of days have been pretty cloudy out, a little bit rainy. So today, bluebird skies, it's great to see everyone out here.
Super nice weather. Last time we went to go have a little picnic.
I didn't go to class right now because I want to come out and enjoy the farmers market, enjoy the sun.
It's a stunning day, and it's
USC perfectly, and yeah, I couldn't be more blessed with today.
Students have been lounging in the sun all day and currently still are. They're soaking up that vitamin D and they are hoping that this weather is here to stay. Let's take a look at what our current conditions are. As we've seen all day, today has been perfect weather conditions for SoCal, Los Angeles, and especially USC. It's almost 6 p.m. now and we're still in the 70s. Now let's look at what we'll be having for the rest of this week. Tomorrow's going to be another summer-like day, hitting the 80s. Unfortunately, after that, though, we're going to be seeing the drop in temperatures again, starting on Friday and actually having some rain on Saturday. There's a very low chance of rain on Sunday, so we'll most likely be seeing some clouds on Sunday and Monday and staying in the 60s. Trojans, that means get your sunbathing in on McCarthy Quad today and tomorrow while you can. That's it for Audie's Atmosphere. Let's go back to the studio.
The Trojans dominated the track in College Station this past weekend. 2 athletes were recognized by the Pac-12 for their performances. Freshman basketball guard Isaiah Collier has declared for the 2024 NBA draft. We discussed the state of USC basketball with his departure. The Trojans beat the Anteaters in baseball last night, and infielder Ryan Jackson recaps his team's performance.
Bonjour, je suis le grand musique.
Je suis la jeune fille.
Yes, that's French they're speaking, and no, these children aren't French, they're American. And they've acquired their amazing new language skills from Muzzy, the remarkable new video language program for children developed by the British Broadcasting Corporation. With this unique BBC language course, children learn a second language with incredible ease. 4 delightful videos quickly become their favorite TV show and teaches children the same way they learned English. Learning another language becomes fun. You'll be amazed when your children begin speaking and understanding their new language from the very first day through this unique method. The entire course, 4 videos, 2 audio cassettes, the activity book, and the Parent's Guide and Answer book is available in French, Spanish, Italian, or German.
To order, use your credit card and call this number. We'll ship and charge you $28.08 a month for 6 months. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call 1-800-424-0700.
Okay, this stuff is really amazing. I mean, I put it in my mouth and I taste watermelon, but it's not just that. I taste strawberry too, but it's kind of like a watermelon-y strawberry put together. Hey, hang on. Sorry about that. And the bubbles are really awesome. I mean, that's why they call it Max, I guess, obviously. That sort of makes sense once you think about it. Oh, I'm Dan, and that's Chuck. Hubba Max. A whole new kind of bubble. Hey!
Happy Wednesday and welcome back to ATVN Sports. I'm Keely Roy.
And I'm Madison Hogue. USC basketball has had some big changes recently. Adding to the list is freshman standout Isaiah Collier declaring for the 2024 NBA draft. Collier was the #1 recruit coming into USC. With the Trojans, he averaged just over 16 points a game. His best performance this season was against Colorado, where he put up 25 points and 9 assists. Though he suffered a fractured hand midway through the season, he has been ranked the 11th best draft prospect by ESPN. So Keely, you have Isaiah leaving, and you have seniors like Boogie Ellis who are graduating. What do you think this means for USC basketball?
I mean, I think it's a tough position. You can't argue that. I mean, you have Isaiah Collier, who is averaging 16 points as a freshman. He's your up-and-coming star. You have Boogie Ellis, who's your senior key leadership member. I mean, he's also averaging around 16 points a game. Mm-hmm. I think both all Pac-12 team. Then, you look at the fact that both of them are leaving. That's around 30 points you're missing. I mean, big shoes to fill.
It is big shoes. And you also have the departure of a lot of transfers as well. You have Kobe Johnson, Oziah Sellers, and the name we all know, Bronny James, who are entering in the transfer portal. So, again, you have other players leaving as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a rebuild year for sure, just based off the numbers. I mean, they're going to have to hit the transfer portal really hard or have open tryouts. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to.
At this point, for sure. And you do have, like you said, transfer portal already, 2 transfer players committed coming here. with only 3 remaining players from the team last year. So a rebuild year on many levels for sure.
Yeah, I think, Coach Musselman has his work cut out for him, but I think it's a good hire. Excited to see what he's going to do.
I'm excited as well, for sure. With March Madness ending and the portal open, USC basketball will look to rebuild their program, not just with the players, but like we said, with the coaches as well.
USC baseball took home a big win last night, defeating 12th-ranked UC Irvine 12-5. The Trojans came out aggressive, knocking in 6 runs in the first alone, with 7 different batters getting on base. They kept things rolling in the second with home runs from Jackson and Hedges. Pitcher Fisher Johnson helped preserve the Trojan lead, holding the Anteaters scoreless and allowing just 1 hit across 3 innings. We caught up with senior infielder Ryan Jackson to hear what's been working for him behind the plate and what we can expect from the Trojans in the coming weeks.
I'm just thinking being aggressive at the plate, knowing I can hit anything in my zone, and just being aggressive to pitches early in the count. Yeah, definitely playing for Selection Monday, and just Pac-12 play, just seeing to keep winning every series and keep pitching and hitting like we've been doing lately, so that'll be good for us.
The Trojans are back on the road this weekend for a series against 18th-ranked Oregon. The Ducks currently sit 1 place above the Trojans in Pac-12 rankings, but a win this weekend could bump the Trojans into 3rd.
The Trojans took over the track in College Station. 2 athletes in particular swept the Pac-12 Men's Awards after the Texas A&M 44 Farms Team Invitational. J.C. Stevenson and Johnny Blockberger were named Pac-12 Athletes of the Week. Stevenson was named the Field Athlete of the Week. He won the long jump and now has a long jump that leads the NCAA. Blockberger was named Track Athlete of the Week with his win in the 200 meter with a time of 20.26 seconds. He now leads the Pac-12 in the 200 and 400 meter. The track and field team have the weekend off before heading to the Mount Sac Relays next weekend and over to UCLA to face their crosstown rival the weekend after.
Our Women of Troy Wednesday for this week is golfer Bailey Schumacher. The freshman finished 2nd at the prestigious Augusta National Women's Amateur this past weekend. Schumacher made history with the lowest final round in Augusta National Women's Amateur history. She shot a bogey-free round and was 6 under par on the final day and 7 under par on the weekend, coming just 1 shot short of the title. After an exciting weekend in Augusta, USC Women's Golf was back in action on Monday for the Silverado Showdown in Napa, California. The tournament wrapped up this afternoon with the Trojans being crowned co-champions alongside Northwestern with their 4 over par finish. Sophomore Catherine Park's 7 under par performance ended in her finishing tied for 1st. This marks her 2nd individual tournament title this season. This marks the 9th-ranked Trojans' 3rd team crown this season. They now prepare to defend their Pac-12 title next weekend at the Pac-12 Championships in Washington.
And we're not the only ones showing love to women's sports. CBS Sports has announced a multi-year media rights deal with the WNBA this coming season. They will broadcast 8 regular games on the CBS network. An additional 12 games will be broadcast on CBS Sports throughout the deal. The New York Liberty and Minnesota Lynx kick off the live coverage on May 25th.
Always exciting to see women's sports make such big strides. That's all for ATVN Sports. This Wednesday, I'm Keely Roy.
And I'm Madison Hogue. Seniors only have 1 month of school left. Crazy, right, Clara?
Absolutely crazy, Madison. I cannot believe it. And finally tonight, one of the selected salutatorians from the class of 2024 joins us live to talk about the high honor.
Let me tell you how we amplify our Latina voices. Check out Dímelo. We have it all.
Deportes.
Entertainment. Noticias. ¿Qué tal? Soy Mariela Gómez y bienvenidos a Dímelo Ahora.
Radio and podcasting.
Comida y cultura. Digital social media.
¿A qué equipo le vas tú? LA Galaxy or LAFC? Dímelo is the only Latina-focused media outlet at USC. Dímelo, we have it all.
Dímelo, we have it all.
Want quality name brand carpet for less?
Call Empire and you can get quality carpet at the lowest price guaranteed. And no payments for 1 year.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
I've replaced your shoelaces with fruit by the foot.
So you did. I replaced your fingers with fruit by the foot.
Bravo. I've replaced your bones with fruit by the foot.
Indeed you have. I replaced your guitar strings with fruit by the foot.
Seems like a step backwards, but alright. I've replaced your DNA with fruit by the foot. That would be end game, my friend.
Fruit by the foot. Fruit-flavored snack.
Graduation is right around the corner.
And USC has named the valedictorian and salutatorian for the 2024 commencement ceremony. One of the selected salutatorians is James McCall. He's a senior from Chicago. He's majoring in computer science, but also has a minor in entrepreneurship at USC. He founded the Theatre Showcase Group, which helps formerly incarcerated people find jobs.
And James joins us live in studio now. Thank you, James, for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me here.
Great to have you here. So, James, tell us, what has your college experience been like? You're almost graduating.
It's crazy that it's almost over. It's been a fantastic college experience. I've had the chance to do a bunch of incredible things here I've had the chance to take surfing class for credit. I've been able to go to Vegas to watch the USC football team play in the Pac-12 championship, the chance to collaborate with a bunch of super cool classmates on a bunch of different projects in many different communities. I'm sad that it's all ending, but it's been fantastic.
It's best to look to the future now. What do you think has been your most proud USC moment so far?
I would say the most proud USC moment I've had is with that USC Theater Showcase group, which is a club that helps raise money for underfunded arts programs in the Los Angeles area. There was a moment during, I think, our third showcase, just performing all of the songs that we'd been rehearsing. It had been really, it's just cool standing up there with a bunch of your classmates that are also super passionate about both theater, giving back to the surrounding community, and just thinking we're doing this together, and it was an awesome experience.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and how have you been managing it? How do you manage to have a work-life balance while being at USC?
I think USC does a great job of it, and I'm certainly not the only one that does it as well. I know all of my classmates that are in the library, hitting the books Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, making sure they put in that work so that Fridays, Saturdays, they're out surfing in Santa Monica, they're at the football games. It really is a work hard, play hard type of school.
Now, what you got coming up? What's the future for James McCall?
I'm making the most of my last month here, certainly. I'm going to try to make the most of LA before I head back to Chicago, where I'm from. I'll be starting as a full-time software engineer at IMC Trading, and hopefully going to try to continue getting involved in the theater community, the nonprofit space, and just go from there.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, James.
Thank you so much for joining us, James.
Absolutely.
And thank you for watching Annenberg TV News. From everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Malcolm Caminero.
And I'm Clara Rodriguez. For more coverage, watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Annenberg Media. Good night.